Hi, my name is Caitlin Watson, and I'm here to inform you about the dangers of puppy mills sweeping the United States. Most of us have dogs and treat them like members of the family, but can you imagine your beloved pet being beaten, starved, and thrown into a small cage meant for a chicken and left out in the freezing cold? Well, this is exactly what's happening to dogs left in puppy mills. Puppy mills are dangerous for many reasons. Overbreeding is a major issue. Veterinary care is scarce because of the cost. Breeding females spend their entire lives in cages and are the most mistreated of all the animals in puppy mills. Many things happen in puppy mills that the consumer doesn't get to see. The horrible conditions, how many puppies are actually bred there, the quality of the parents and the puppies they produce. There are many things the consumer can do to stop puppy mills. Boycotting places that sell puppy mills, calling local representatives, and much more. Let's start with what puppy mills are and why they are so dangerous. Puppy mills are death shelters for poor, innocent animals that deserve a chance at life. These females are kept in small, square cages their entire lives, and not even let out to be cleaned. These female dogs often have complications from being overbred. Their jaws have gaping holes because of malnutrition from the puppies taking all their vitamins. These dogs are often destroyed when they cannot produce puppies any longer. They are destroyed in inhumane, cruel ways. In addition to overbreeding, inadequate veterinary care is also a problem. Many of these dogs have never even seen a vet or had any kind of medical treatment. Medical care directly affects the public. This is how birth defects and medical conditions are passed on from parent to puppy. On average, 517 dogs die due to medical conditions in the U.S. every hour. Overcrowding is all too common in these horrendous kennels. Sometimes dogs are stuffed into small cages that are 30-pound dogs stuffed in cages that can fit in this box. Could you imagine spending your entire life never being let out of a box this small? The cages are so small these dogs can often not walk when finally let out or freed. Many people often don't understand the horrible conditions that these puppies live in until they see just how horrendous and mistreated these animals really are. There is believed to be over 100,000 puppies in puppy mills today. Over half of these puppies will die from medical conditions before even reaching a pet store. It is believed that for every one person born in the U.S., 15 dogs are born. Now that you know some things about the problems in puppy mills, let's discuss some things the consumers don't get to see. These puppies live in horrible conditions. Most have mange and many parasites, not to mention many other unthinkable problems. These parasites cause them to be sick. Some of their skin may even be falling off. After investigators raided an Indiana puppy mill, they found puppies still trying to nurse from their dead mothers. They are left out in the sweltering heat of the summer with no water. They are left out in the freezing cold of the winter with no shelter or blankets. Did you know that about where your puppy came from? Some cages are stacked 10 crates high in dark, damp warehouses that can cause these dogs to have arthritis. At another puppy mill in Oklahoma, agents found puppies eating their own ways because they were starving to death. After hearing about these unthinkable things that are being done to poor, sweet-faced puppies, could you imagine your loved pet being treated this way? Let me help you find some ways that you can help. There is much that can be done to prevent these animals from being harmed any further. It starts with you. Boycotting puppy mills is the #1 biggest thing that you, the consumer, can do. Doing research on your local pet stores to decide if they do purchase from puppy mills. If they do, make sure you help spread the word and stop buying anything that this store provides. It's not just buying puppies there that gives these people business. Buy from a small breeder is another way to help, and make sure you inspect the breeder and make sure it is a 4-star or above breeder. Ask to see the entire facility and where the parents are kept. Interact with the parents and the puppy before buying. Take a thorough look at the place before making any decision. Another way to help is by getting involved on a government level. You can do this in many ways. The first is by joining an activist group like PETA, ASPCA, or the UAPM. You can do any of these by going to their website. It's www.theinitialsoftheorganization.org. Another way is by contacting your local senators and representatives. This is the way you can get bills passed into laws and protect these animals from any more further harm. They are the ones who can help you by getting these bills further down the line. Did you know Indiana just passed its first set of laws helping these animals on April 30th? The first law to be passed to help these animals was in 1966 when Congress passed the Animal Welfare Act, which is a loosely defined act that prevents animals from being cruelty harmed. This is a major problem facing America, especially the Midwestern states. Something has to be done. And now that you know more about puppy mills, I hope that you're willing to step up and take a chance and use your voice to help these poor innocent animals that don't have one. Now that you know that puppy mills are dangerous and house puppies with mange and parasites that are starved and left in cramped cages to get arthritis and bone diseases and die, these puppies are kept in horrible cages stacked to the ceiling. The owners of these places try to hide these things from you, the consumer, because they know you'll stop buying. This issue is getting more publicity than ever, but these horrible, hideous monsters are still getting away with this every day. It's going to take you and me to make a difference and some serious laws to put these hideous people out of business. Let's make change and stop puppy mills today.